Welcome back to Arsenal News TV, and today we're going to first look at Martin Odegaard may have changed his mind about Arsenal transfer as Edu chases deal, and then we're going to look at Edu's transfer decision that could lead Mikel Arteta to secure his dream £60 million Arsenal signing. So the first transfer headline states that Martin Odegaard may have changed his mind about Arsenal transfer as Edu chases deal. So the reports are stating that the 22-year-old featured 20 times for Arsenal whilst on loan last term and is wanted back at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal target Martin Odegaard may have changed his mind about staying at Real Madrid this summer. The Norwegian playmaker spent the second half of last season on loan with the Gunners, notching 2 goals and 2 assists in 20 matches for Mikel Arteta's side. However, he appeared to have confirmed that he would be plying his trade at the Bernabeu next season in a heartfelt farewell to Arsenal just a few weeks ago. At Arsenal, thank you so much for these 6 months, Martin Odegaard told his Instagram followers. My time with the Arsenal family will always hold a special place in my heart. He added, I want to thank everyone in and around the club for the way you made me feel like part of the family since the first day. Special thanks to the fans. Even without you guys at the stadium for the majority of the season, I felt you with me at all times. A huge thank you to the boss and his staff for everything I've learned during my stay. Thank you to also my teammates for such a great time on and off the pitch. We'll miss you all. Thank you, Gunners family, always in my heart. Despite that apparent goodbye, there may be a twist in the tale. Spanish outlet Madrid Real have now reported that Martin Odegaard is reconsidering a return to the Emirates Stadium next season, with the player refusing to rule out departing the Bernabeu in the next few weeks. The update comes after it was reported on Monday evening that the Gunners and transfer chief Edu have not given up hope on signing the 22-year-old this summer. Mikel Arteta has previously made it no secret of his admiration for the diminutive playmaker. The Spaniard said at the end of last season, we have a very clear and strong opinion on what we like to do. He is not our player. We will have discussions in the next few weeks, and respect first of all because he is a Real Madrid player, and we will have those communications. We have tried to make everything that we could to get Martin performing for the team, which I think he's done. So it looks like Martin Odegaard may have changed his mind about Arsenal transfer as Edu chases deal. And it looks like the interest in Arsenal's Mikel Arteta and Edu looks like Martin Odegaard could make that return to the Gunners, as it is something that looks very likely to happen, given the fact that Martin Odegaard looks very unsettled at Real Madrid currently, and Real Madrid with their new boss Carlo Ancelotti and their new plans going into the future, it looks like they have a lot of players that need to be sold to prevent their financial difficulties as well, and Martin Odegaard may be a player that could be sold, as a lot of players such as Sergio Ramos and Rafael Varane, who have been sold to PSG and Manchester United respectively, it could mean that there could be a lot of exits for Real Madrid, and maybe Martin Odegaard could return as an Arsenal player. So this nicely takes us on to the second piece of transfer news, which states that Edu's transfer decision that could lead Mikel Arteta to secure his dream £60 million Arsenal signing. So the reports are stating that Arsenal looks set for a busy transfer window this summer, with Mikel Arteta and Edu looking to boost their creative ranks ahead of the 2021-2022 Premier League season. Arsenal are in the midst of an extremely busy summer transfer window. The Gunners have already announced the signings of young left-back Nuno Tavares and talented Belgian midfielder Albert Sambi-Lokonga. And they are also close to landing Brighton and Hove Albion defender Ben White in a £50 million deal. Furthermore, as reported back in May, Chief Executive Edu is also keen to add a goalkeeper, a right-back and a creative midfielder, with the likes of Aaron Ramsdale, Max Aarons and former loanee Martin Odegaard identified as potential targets for their respective 3 positions. Another playmaker that the Brazilian is targeting is Leicester City's James Maddison, but any deal to bring the 24-year-old to the Emirates could be difficult, given it is understood the Foxes want around £60 million if they are to part ways with the man who would be a dream signing this summer. However, Edu could potentially engineer a transfer domino effect that sees James Maddison come to the Emirates Stadium by keeping Hale End graduate Joe Willock this summer. Joe Willock is subject of interest from Newcastle United after enjoying a fruitful loan stint with the Magpies last term. The 21-year-old netted in each of his last 7 Premier League games, a Premier League record, and manager Steve Bruce reportedly wants to bring the youngster back to the North East this summer in a bid to strengthen his midfield ahead of next season. The Northern Echo has reported that Newcastle United are also interested in Leicester City midfielder Hamza Chowdhury, however, who wants to move away from the King Power Stadium before the transfer window shuts. Therefore, if Arsenal decide to keep Joe Willock, the Magpies may move for Chowdhury instead, leaving Leicester short of options in the middle of the park, something that the Gunners will reportedly capitalise on by offering them Ainsley Maitland-Niles. The Foxes have been quoted as holding an interest in the versatile midfielder, and the Daily Mail have reported previously that Arsenal may try and tempt them by offering Maitland-Niles as part of a deal to bring James Maddison in the opposite direction. This means that keeping Joe Willock could trigger a transfer merry-go-round that results in Chowdhury moving to Newcastle United, Ainsley Maitland-Niles joining Brendan Rodgers' Leicester City, and James Maddison plying his trade in the Red Half of North London next season. So it looks like Edu's transfer decision that could lead Mikel Arteta to secure his dream £60 million Arsenal signing. And with Mikel Arteta knowing that this is one player that can really revolutionise this squad moving into the new season, James Maddison is an addition that a lot of Arsenal fans do want to see, and I think he is the player that should be bought for that number 10 role. Even though Emile Smith-Rowe has signed to a new long-term contract, it doesn't mean that Emile Smith-Rowe could have a bad season. It doesn't mean that Emile Smith-Rowe could have an injury that rules him out for the whole season. So a player like James Maddison to rotate with Emile Smith-Rowe, and a player like James Maddison to allow Mikel Arteta to change his formation to the preferred 4-3-3, it would be a perfect addition for Mikel Arteta's first team moving into the new season. So we will have to wait and see how Arsenal will use the summer transfer window in the end. Make sure you check out the FA Cup post to use the special link I've put below in the description, and smash that like button to see if you can reach 30 likes. Also subscribe for more daily videos and share the video with your Arsenal friends and family. Click one of the latest videos on the screen and I'll see you there.